So I stepped off stage last night at 7 o'clock, something like that. I ended up placing third, and what that means is now the goal is 2026. So I'll have an extended off season. Today we'll just go through a post-show day. So eating, exploring Fort Lauderdale. I'm about to eat meal one. 202.6 pounds is what I woke up weighing. So we went out last night and ate after the show. So the goal today is to not have structure, but I still kind of am a bodybuilder, so I'm going to right now try to put together a meal one that has some protein in it, but then also whatever I have available that I didn't eat during my carb up is pretty much what we'll do. So like a true adult, this was a this was an in-flight meal that I packed, which is 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and a bagel. And the other component of that was some protein, a protein shake that I put a little bit of protein in an empty water bottle so that then I can just add water. So that was a meal, but that was an extra meal that I didn't need for the flight. I'll eat probably the rest of this bag of apricots. They're dried. The goal there was to try to keep food volume down as much as possible during my carb up, but I've got a lot of that left. I got this from the show, and I am going to add that to some coffee, and we'll see how that goes. So that is meal one. Then I will do a session, and then we'll actually go together with Eric and Lauren to a restaurant to actually eat breakfast. So it actually pays off to be creative, because this was a good idea and this is a good idea as well. So Lean Body's salted caramel goes great as a creamer for your coffee. So I highly recommend that. And I may not even recommend this if it's not in coffee. I'm not sure. I won't find out today. So here is the first call out of last night's competition. So we'll go through how I think I did and how I want to structure things, at least going forward. So this was my relaxed pose. I looked okay. I could probably tweak things a little bit more. I am okay in this pose. Now let's go to what is probably now my worst pose. My biceps are not big, and as far as what I'm doing with my legs, I could probably do something closer to what the guy in the middle is doing. That might give a little bit more dramatic look. I think I can hit the pose differently and be a little bit better. And I think that if I grew the arms a little bit more, if I pulled my um, angle a little bit closer there at the forearm, which I've done in the past, it would give a better look as well. I could also bring my arms up a little bit more. So I feel like I lose that pose, especially to the guy in the middle. Now, side chest, I feel like my detail was superior to my competitors. Size wasn't. I am the smallest guy in that. I realize that. And I'm doing a poor job of showing off the hamstrings as far as having some engagement there. I'm not as relaxed as I would like to be, but the upper body, you can see, is in pretty good shape, pretty good detail. I have the fullest chest. Front lat spread, I would probably give that to myself here as well, due to my conditioning, the amount of separation I am able to bring, just the fullness across the chest. The legs are in as well, and just my shape. But the guy in the middle is bigger, and he has fewer holes. Now we move on to the side triceps. Again, doing maybe a little bit better job of showing that hamstring, but not great. I definitely have the worst hamstring, or at least I'm showing the worst hamstring development here. But I do appear to have the best conditioning lower body. Then as we get into the abs, we're seeing a lot more detail there than any of my competitors. I'm able to get into the pose better than my competitors, and much fuller chest, delt. All that separation seems to be a little bit clearer. So I would probably give this pose to myself as well. Now we come to what my whole off season was about, and that was to make this pose a better pose. I feel like when I compete, I was giving this pose to my competitors, and not just, say, the winner, but almost everybody that was in the call out with me. If we start from the ground up, we see more detail than I've been able to show in a hamstring ever, I believe, is there. We're seeing the boxed out glutes with some lines in them. We're not really seeing that with my competitors here. The guy who won, he is killing me in size, but as we see, the detail in that upper back was really brought this year. And I believe that I actually win this pose due to the amount of detail and just the overall shape here. This guy's got some size, but you start to break down what all you can see here, and I really think that I won that shot. So that's what the off season was about. I consider that from some standpoint to be a success. Here, again, we've got a lot of stuff going on with those hamstrings. I definitely don't look small lower body compared to these guys. I definitely don't look like I lack detail compared to my competitors here. Then we move up to the back, to the shape of my back, and this guy, I believe, if we cut each other off at the waist, is probably my biggest competitor. So I don't believe this right here is really enough detail to win that pose, nor is the shape really blowing mine away either. If we look at the distance from here to here, distance from here to here, so I would give myself this pose as well. Now we've got overhead abdominal. This guy really brought the striations lower body, so he's killing us when it comes to that. And as far as my abdominals go, I'm not sure if they're as good as they were last year or years prior, but they are better than my competitors. This guy's got a good taper, and he's got decent abs. But I believe that I just show a different level of detail here. It's close, probably, maybe, between us. Don't believe there's your second place finisher. Don't believe it's close here. And then finally, the most muscular, where I believe this guy right here has the second best most muscular. As we see, somehow my legs grew in this pose. I'm no longer giving any size up to anyone lower body, and only giving detail up to him. Then we move up this and we go to the abdomen. Again, I'm showing a little different level of detail than my competitors. I have the fullest chest here, while this guy again is very separated. It's got great shoulders. I don't lose width here. This guy, who appeared to be 30 pounds heavier than me, all of a sudden in this pose does not look 30 pounds heavier. I seem to do a better job of filling out my structure. So I would give myself that pose as well. And the result here is he was first, he was second, and I was third. So I got a little something to help pay for rice for the next year. So I'm grateful to finally have earned money as a bodybuilder. And but by getting third, that means that I won't be qualifying for the Masters Olympia in Tokyo, August 22nd, 2025. So my competitive season, I think that I just need more time to grow, hopefully to improve. I'm not sure how much I improved over this last year, but I realize that at this stage of my career, it is not easy to improve. And so I'm going to just need a little bit of extra time. And I might be there. I might be at the point where I just am not going to be able to put really any more tissue on. And maybe I just try to get that a little bit leaner, get more detail. I'm not sure, but I would like to the experiment of seeing, I believe right now I'm about 80 weeks out from the Toronto Pro, and that would be a 212 show that I would try. I haven't gone into the 212 class yet, division, so I'd like to give that a shot. I am giving up quite a bit of weight to a lot of my competitors, and I don't think anybody beat me last night that didn't weigh more than me. So we'll see. I probably fit better in that category, but those guys probably bring better conditioning. So that is the goal for now. We are on the way to Hatch. There are 2 hatches in existence as far as I'm aware. One, I believe, is in New York. The other is in Fort Lauderdale, which is where we happen to be right now. So we were either going to go to this one or the one in New York today. So this one is closer than GPS. But we will see what we manage to sample. Eric and I may try to combine our choices, or we may hog them all to ourselves. But either way, we're probably going to consume somewhere over 1,000 calories, and we'll probably be a little deficient in protein compared to usual. That's the way breakfast at a restaurant generally goes. Lauren is still full from last night, or perhaps even 3 days ago, but she is part bear, so she doesn't need to eat every day or even every season. Here is our flight of pancakes. We've got chocolate chip, we've got buttermilk, we've got cinnamon roll. Eric has
blueberry, that is upside, pineapple upside down, and cinnamon roll as well.
Here we've got an English muffin, we've got egg, corned beef, and here we've got rye egg white omelet with caramelized onion, bacon, and jack.
Look over here, guys. So,
what is that, Lauren?
cinnamon toast French toast.
And what you got there in front of you?
And turkey bacon.
All right. Go. Now headed to the gym, and I am headed to hopefully to get a massage. I will at least be dropped off, and the intent is for someone to meet me to rub me for 1 hour and 15 minutes, including my feet.
Oh, I'm like, what's on here? It's time I'll take this off.
About 5 ounces of chicken with gelato. My massage went well. I was told that I could get 20% off my next one. So I feel like the next time I'm in Fort Lauderdale, which probably going to be close to never, I can redeem that if the person that gave me a massage, if the place is still open. So they did a lot of over the sheet massaging. I saw that it was contactless payment, and about 10% into the massage, I thought it might be contactless massage, and that is not what I thought I was paying for. But eventually she did go under the sheet, so I was pleased with that move. And it was kind of a slow build, which for theatrics is probably great, but when you pay for 60 minutes, that ends up not being most bang for your buck, so to speak. So I'm not sure how I'd rank the massage. The massage therapist was the prettiest massage therapist I've ever had. Definitely the prettiest female. And she rubbed my feet a little bit, but she couldn't figure out which Achilles is inflamed. And I think Ray Charles could figure out which Achilles is inflamed. So that was kind of scary. And when she would say trap, she would point to chest. So I don't know what that meant, but I don't think it was, she may have not gone to a school for massage therapy. But from what I hear, a lot of Deshaun Watson's massage therapists didn't go either, and they've made quite a good living off of massage therapy. beach, we've decided to just do a drive-by and make fun of these people with our windows rolled up. That looks a little choppy. I don't see anybody actually in the water. That's not in a huge boat. So it's a little windy, a little cool, but it's a Monday and these people don't have jobs. So we are intrigued by what they do for a living, or if they do something for a living. And some of them are actually in good shape, and many appear to not care that they aren't. Wicked cheesesteak, pizza, and something else, wings, where we will try to find a great Philly cheesesteak. It may take us multiple orders, but we have determination on our side, and we may get something, tater tots, maybe some sort of tots.
Onion rings.
Onion rings. Eric's missing onion rings in his life. So we're gonna hit this place up, and then that'll be our last
Goddamn.
meal.
Hit the stop sign there. Just started out with onion rings. They didn't give us a whole basket of them.
Oh, why do we have it here? Got the garlic bread, Philly cheesesteak.
We got the Baconator, bacon, white American, and caramelized onions.
And we got tots that hopefully she didn't forget about.
That's true.
Sure.
And then we've got here an empty plate because, oh, here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
He said there's some inside, but now we got more.
All right. And then we got the tots coming out.
Tots are coming.
All right. And so here we have, what did they call it? Heart attack with the cheese sticks in them. And then we've got loaded tots. Or what kind of tots?
Wicked cheese whiz tots, bacon tots.
And we are
That's a wrap on the day. I ended up at about 210 pounds for the day. A lot of that's food in the GI, holding a lot of water. I didn't drink a whole lot of water. I drank water, a decent amount, but not equivalent to the amount of sodium and stuff that I was shoveling in. So tomorrow we fly home, so I'll wake up pretty early, eat a meal one. That'll be pretty similar to a normal bodybuilding meal. It'll comprise of pretty much what I have left in the Airbnb, and then I'll eat a meal two, which will look like a decent pre-workout meal, and then from there we'll hit Powerhouse up one more time. That'll be legs. We will not hit it too hard. Probably sodium in my body, but then just risk reward isn't there. I'm not trying to break any records, just trying to ease into this kind of health phase with everything. So we get to try some new exercises that I haven't tried before, so that's pretty cool. And then we'll head back to the airport and probably eat a meal at the airport. And then once we touch down, it's back to the grocery store and picking out a better structure for this off season that I'm about to embark on.